Hi, welcome to the session. Myself, Dr. P. Shivaranjani, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Application. Uh, in this session, we'll discuss about event handling mechanisms. So, how the events are handled by using a Spring component and overviews of delegation event models. So, these two topics will be explained in this section very clearly. So the first one is what is meant by an event handling. So event is nothing but performing some kind of actions or interacting within Gaia environment is called as an event handling mechanism. So when the user is interacting with the system, the interaction can be done by the help of your keyboard, mouse, right? So this is called as an event handling mechanism. So in which way, in what way the user is interacting with the system. So here that interaction is called as an event. Okay, so now how the events can be handled uh, in the operating system, right? So that's what we are going to see in this session. So for the user to interact with Guide, the operating system, what it will do in the sense, it will provide a mechanism or a support in order to handle your events. So that will record what are the activities or the action performed by the user, which will help you to communicate with the system, that is your operating system. So the operating system constantly monitors the events such as your keyboard strokes, your mouse click, or your voice command, or your fax, or your barcode readers. So anything it may be. So the kind of input you are passing it, or the way in which the user is communicating with the system. So this will be constantly monitored by the operating system, and the operating system will also sort out these events and report them to the appropriated application, that is your program. So here the program we are creating here is Java program. So the operating system will sort all these events and report to your program by the help of a mechanism called as event handling mechanism. So each and every application then decided what to do in the response to the particular event. So what kind of responses has to be done, the application program will decide it and it will do accordingly. So this is the basic thing you have to know about the event handling. So the next one is the components of event handling. So in order to handle your event handling mechanism, the three main components are required. So based upon these three components, the event handling mechanism can be done successfully. The first thing is event, and the second one is event source. Third one is listener. Event is nothing but a change is a state changes in a state of an object. So that is the changes that has been occur inside your object is called as an event. Event source is nothing but is an object that generates the event. So by the help of which object you're going to generate the events. So either it can be a keyboard or mouse, your barcode reader, or your scanner, whatever it may be, or your printer, anything it may be. So that is the event. Okay. So the listener is nothing but it will monitor the each and every activity performed by the particular event. That is, when the user is pressing a key in a keyboard, then that particular key is been identified by the help of this component called as a listener. So when the user press A in the keyboard, then it identify or it rectify that the user has pressed the letter A in the keyboard. Okay. So similarly, when the user moves the mouse pointer on the screen, that is also been listened by the help of this particular component. So these three components will help you to handle your event handling mechanism in a successful manner. So the event is nothing but it is an object that describes the state changes in the source. So it can be generated as a consequence of a person interacting with the elements in a graphical user interfaces. So by the help of this particular event, you can make an interactions with the Gaia environment. So some of the activity that causes the event to be generated when the user is pressing a button in the keyboard, or entering a character by the help of your keyboard, or selecting the list of elements in the list, or clicking the mouse. So these things are called as an event. So next is event source. The source is an object that generates an event. So that based upon that particular source, the object will be generated. That is, the event will be generated. So this occurs when an internal state of that particular object changes in some way. The source must be registered. So they, after registering it, that will be listened in order for listening the particular activity that has been performed by the user. So each type of the event will has its own registration method. So the general format of the registration method is public void add type listener, and you have to give the type of the listener, that is type listener EL. So this is the way you have to define your listener method, that is your event registration method. So here the type is nothing but the name of the event, and EL is the reference to the particular event listener class. So the next one is event source. So the event source can be done by the help of two things. One is by the help of keyboard, and another one is by the help of your mouse. So if the method used to register your keyboard event is by the help of add key listener. So by this particular event source, you can able to register your keyboard event activities. And similarly, for not to register your mouse motion, you'll make use of an event source called as add mouse motion listener. So this event source will help you to rectify that it is an action performed by the mouse event. So when an event occurs, so all the registered listeners will get a notified and receive a copy of the particular event object. So that is called as a multicasting the event. So multicasting the event in the sense it will what are the object that has been registered by the help of the event source. So that will be that will receive a copy of the particular event source. So that is called as a multicasting event. So some source may allow only one listener to register. So only one event can be registered, can rectify it. So when the user is pressing a multiple option, it will have some doubts in the particular one. So that one source will register for one listener. So the general format of the particular listener is you have to use a public void add type listener. Then you have to use a parameter called as type listener EL. So EL is nothing but the reference that has been used for the particular listener, right? Then if when you're when you're listening the particular event, if you have any errors, so such kind of errors has to be thrown. So for that I have used throw java.util. Too many listener exceptions. So if you have any too many number of events are occurred simultaneously, then it has to throw out the particular exceptions. So when such event occurs, the registered listener is notified. So that is called as unicasting event. So unicasting na only at a time only one registered event can perform, whereas in multicasting the event, many notifications can be received. So many things will be monitored by the event source. So that is the difference between your multicasting the event and unicasting the event. So multicasting in the sense it can notify, or it can get the listener receives the many number of copy, that is whatever the action performed by the user will be monitored by the listener in the case of multicasting, whereas in the case of unicasting only one event can be notified at a time. That is called as unicasting the event. So in event source must also provide the method, so that will listen to the unregistered and internet in the specified type of listener. So this will also will help you to allow the listener to unregister also. So for that you have to use a keyword called as remove type listener. So this will help you to unregister the particular register, particular event source. So the general form, the syntax for the particular unregister method is public void remove type listener, and you have to pass the reference as type listener el. So here the type is nothing but the name of the particular event, and EL is nothing but the reference for the particular event type. The method that add or remove listeners are provided by the source that generate the events. For example, we consider a class called as a component class. So that class will provide a method for adding the particular keyboard event or remove the particular keyboard event. Similarly for the mouse or activity event listeners also. Event class. Event class that represents event or at the core of the Java event handling mechanism. So the superclass of the Java event class hierarchy is event object. So which has been available in a class called as java.util class. So the constructor which is used for accessing the particular class is event object. So by the help of the event object, you can access the event of the, that is your event that is taken place inside your um, listeners. That is when the user is inputting a input from the keyboard or through the help of the mouse, everything will be recorded by the help of this event object. So SRC is nothing but the object that generates this particular event. So here the event object has two methods. The first one is called as a get source, and the second one is a toString. The get source method will help you to return the source of the event, and the general format of the particular get source is object get source. That is the syntax. And similarly, you will have a function called as a method called as a toString that will return the string equivalent of the particular event. So these are the two different types of method that will contains inside your event objects. So next is event object is a superclass of all the event. So here event object is the superclass for all the events. So here the AWT event is the superclass of AWT event that are handled in delegation event models. So in the class called as java.aw.event, you can define as many types of the event. So that will be generated by the various user interfaces elements. So the next is event classes in java.awt.event. So here you'll have some common event methods which will help you to access your event handling mechanism in a successful manner. The first thing is action event. So generate when a button is pressed, or list an element if it has been double clicked or a menu item is selected, then this action event will be work it out. So the next one is adjustment event. So this adjustment event generates when a scroll bar is manipulated. So when this will be automatically generated when the scroll bar is manipulating. When you're moving your scroll bar in your mouse, this adjustment event will be automatically generated. So similarly, you'll have a component event. So this will be generated when the component is hidden, or it is being moved, or when you are removing, or it also becomes visible. Okay, in such case, the component event classes will be activated or it will be generated. The next one is focus event. So this generates when the class component gains or lose the keyboard focus. So when the user is not entering or typing anything in the particular by the help of your keyboard or by the help of the mouse, then the focus event will um, record record the particular event you are performing. That you mean that you are not pressing some kind of keys in the keyboard. You are not doing the particular task on the particular keyboard. So the next one is input event. So this input event is an abstract superclass for all the component which will help you to input the event classes. The next is item event. So this will be generated when the checkbox or the list item has been clicked. So next is key event, generate when the user is receiving input by the help of your keyboard. And similarly, when another event is mouse event, this will be generated when the mouse is being dragged or clicked or pressed or released. So this will be generated. So the next one is text event. This will generated when the value of the text area or the text field is changed. So in such case, this text event will be automatically generated. Similarly, the window event will be generated when the window is activated or when it has been closed or deactivated or de-iconized or iconified or opening it or quitting it or closing the particular file, then the window event will be activated. So the next one is event listener. So the listener is an object that notify when the events occur. So when the event will be occur, that will be uh, uh, recorded by the help of this listener event object. So the event has two major requirements. The first one is it must be registered with the one or more sources to receive notification about this specific type of event, and it also must be an implemented method to receive and process this notifications. The method that receives and processes the events are defined in a set of interfaces that will be defined inside a package called as java.awt.package. So for example, the particular interface called as mouse motion listener. So this will define two methods to receive notification when the mouse is moving or when the mouse is dragged. In such case, the mouse motion listener will record the particular activities. So that's it about your event handling mechanism. So the next we'll discuss about delegation event model. So the modern approach to handle your event handling event is based upon delegation event model. So which defines a standard and constant mechanism to generate and process your event. So it is quite simple, and there is a source generates an event and send it to some of the listeners or to the particular listeners. It also sent to one listener or it can send to main number of listeners also. So in this scheme, the listeners simply wait until it receives an event. So it will wait for the event to occur. So still after occurring the when the user try to press the key in the keyboard, then the particular recording event will be takes place. Otherwise, the this listener will wait for the particular action to be performed by the user. So once the received, the listener process the event and then it returns. So this is the main use of your delegation event model. So the main advantages of this design is that the application logic will process the event separately from the user defined in logics and generate those events. Delegation event models. In delegation event models, listener must register within the source in order to receive an event notification. This provides an important benefits. The one is notifies or sent only to the listener that wanted to receive them, and it is also very an efficient way for handling your event handling mechanism. So this is more useful approach. That is, your delegation event model is a very useful approach which will help you to design your framework in a successful manner. So the very important thing is Java allows you to process event without using delegation event model. So without using your delegation event model also you can use your process event handling mechanism. But if you are using this delegation model, then it will be very easy for you to record the particular event in a successful manner. So this can be done by the help of a component called as AWT component. So next one is handling your mouse event. So the mouse event can be handled by implementing the class called as mouse listener and mouse motion listener interfaces. So based upon these two interfaces, you can record, you can handle your mouse event activity. So here inside your mouse listener interfaces, there are 5 methods. So that is when the user is using a mouse, so he can click the particular mouse, enter the mouse, exit the mouse, pressing the mouse, or releasing the mouse. So here each and every this 5 methods will help you to record this particular mouse listener interfaces. The next one is mouse motion listener interfaces. This interface define 2 method. The one is mouse drag and mouse move. So this is the mouse motion listener interface. So this interface will record when the user is dragging the particular mouse or when the mouse is being moved. So the mouse motion listener interfaces will be used in your programming. The next one is handling keyboard events. The keyboard events can be handled by implementing the interface called as key listener interfaces. So similarly, the listener interfaces has 3 methods. That is, he can press or release or he can type it. So these 3 listen activities can be performed in the keyboard events. So to implement your keyboard event, you have to use this particular method to monitor that the particular user has entered the particular, that is pressed the particular key or released, or he's typing the particular keyboard or not. So that will be recorded. Next one is your adapter class. So the Java provides a special feature called as an adapter class. So that can simplify the creation of event handler. So by the help of this adapter class, you can simplify the creation of event handler very simple way. So adapter class provides an empty implementation of all the methods in a interface called as event listener. So the adapter classes are useful when you want to receive and process only some of the events that are handled by the particular event listener interfaces. So by using your adapter classes, you can implement your event handling mechanism in an effective manner. So these are some of the adapter classes which has been available inside your package called as java.awt.event package. So here the adapter class called as component adapter and component container adapter, focus adapter, key adapter, mouse adapter, mouse motion adapter, window adapter. So these are all some of the adapter class, and the corresponding listener interfaces are component listener, container listener, focus listener, key listener, mouse motion listener, window listeners. So this will provides a event handling mechanism in a smoother manner. So these are the steps to handle your events. So to implement an appropriate interface in the class, and you have to register the component with the listener. So this is the 2 step you have to follow when you are using your event handling mechanism in your Java programming. So here this is an example of event handling mechanism. So here I have used AWT component and event, and I'm going to create a window in the particular that is an applet window, and I'm just in that particular applet window, when the key is being pressed, then you have to display a message called as key is being pressed. Okay, so for that I have used a function key pressed, and when the key is being released, it has to display a message that key is being released. And similarly, when the key is being typed, then the particular what kind of message you are going to type, the content you are typing in the particular key should be displayed. So for that I have used a variable called as a message. Message is equal to message plus k dot get key character. So I'm getting the keyboard character and I'm storing it in a variable called as a message, and I'm just displaying the particular key content on the screen or the window. So next one is I'm just displaying the particular string that is being inputted by the user by the help of void paint method by using a method called as g.drawString. So here I have used the message variable, that is the inputted text will be stored in a variable called as a message, and the width and the height of the particular, that is the which row and which column, that is 20th row 40th column, the inputted text will be displayed in the created window. So to execute the particular above program, we need an applet code. So for that I have used an applet code called as a test, and its width is 300 and the height is 100. So now the applet window has been created, and I have given the applet window name as applet, and when I press the particular key, when I'm releasing the particular typing the particular content, the content will be displayed on the screen, and I'm releasing the particular content of my hand from the keyboard, then it will display a message that the key has been released. So that's it. Thank you for your patience listening. Thank you all.